I'm going to come up here to our My Company menu, and I'm going to go to our project list. This is a list of all of our active customers and jobs that we have going on throughout the system here. This is populated from a couple of different places. On the front end, I'm actually integrated to a HubSpot account here. On the back end, I'm integrated to this QuickBooks Online account that we're connected to over here. So we'll take a look at both systems. So commonly, right, like as opportunities are closing or deals are being won, we're flowing those automatically into BigTime as a new project so that we can start doing things like setting up bill rates, contract structures, and getting things set up. I'm just going to go ahead and manually add something into the system here today. So I'm going to add in a new client. We'll put it under, I'll just stick this under my probably, 311 South Wacker client. And this will be our QB webinar project. A lot of things, I'm not super creative. And then I'm going to hit add here. The first thing that it's going to show me here, it's just popping up like, hey, this project exists in BigTime, but I don't see it in QuickBooks yet. So I'm just going to say yes and push that out. Anytime that BigTime interacts with QuickBooks, we're always really cognizant to make sure that it's a 2-click export. Your general ledger should still absolutely be your financial source of truth, and you should really be careful about like how and when we post data over there. So we always want to make sure that we're certain about that. When I push that out, this is connected to a QuickBooks Online account, so you can see that it immediately creates that QuickBooks customer and job link. So again, it's a single point of entry that lets us go ahead and like schedule those things out. I'm going to come into here, and you'll see both those time and expenses that we captured against this project, and I'm able just to go ahead and create that. So I'm going to click here. We're going to create that item-based bill. When I finalize this, it's going to create our invoice here, and it's just going to look at a couple of things here. So I've got my invoice number. If you're tracking PO numbers or anything like that, it'll bring all of that in. You can see what task and item it's linked to. I'm going to go ahead and post this over to QuickBooks, and then we'll actually jump into QuickBooks and see where that lands. So when I hit post here, it'll show you all of the different items. So you can see everything else fell under my standard item of professional services, except for that one task that I said would hit a different account. And now when I hit post to QuickBooks, it'll send that transaction over and drops me into my finalized invoices. Now when I come over to this invoice screen, I'll refresh it. And we'll actually see here that I've got my 311 South Wacker, my QuickBooks webinar project, and my 10,472.88. So when I go into this, I can say, receive payment on it. There we go. And I can log this payment within here in BigTime. I'm just going to say, we got a check. It's check 12345, and it's going into my undeposited funds, just like you'd receive a payment today in QuickBooks. So again, you don't have to move people out of the systems that they're comfortable and accustomed working in. And then when I come back into this invoice in BigTime, so it'll be in my recently finalized invoices here. There's that invoice that I posted in there. When I come in here and I refresh my screen, you'll see that invoice no longer has an outstanding balance, and it's going to be marked paid and closed. So that really allows us to do kind of that like bi-directional sync within the system, get that same power that you're looking for out of both QuickBooks and BigTime that you'd be seeking out of an ERP. It's that bi-directional sync, so we get that data and information to flow through there.